Hey, I'm Adrian. This is Logan. On today's tutorial, we'll be covering tips and tricks on how to teach your dog to leave it. The leave it command is used to try and curb your dog's interest in something that's dangerous or icky before they pick it up. If it's already in their mouth, you need to use the drop it command. You can learn more about that in our Teach Your Dog to Drop It tutorial. But today, we're gonna learn how to leave it. Isn't that right, Logan? Step 1, gather your supplies. Grab 10 small treats and hide them in a treat pouch, your pocket, or behind your back. Step 2, wait for your dog to look at you. Wait quietly until your dog looks up at your face. Even a quick glance is good enough for now. Don't make sounds or gestures or try to get their attention. The key here is for your dog to realize that looking at you earns treats, even when you didn't give a cue. The moment your dog looks at your face, praise them and feed them a treat. Step 3, repeat until your 10 treats are gone. Repeat the process of waiting for them to look without your prompting, then feeding them a treat when they do. Repeat this until your dog is reliably looking at you without any provocation. Step 4, introduce a temptation. Place a single treat in your hand and fully extend your arm out to the side with your fisted hand holding the treat. This is your temptation hand. Make sure your dog sees you do this and their attention is on your temptation hand. Hold it straight out, distinctly different from how you'd normally hold a treat you'd give for good behavior. Otherwise, they can get confused. Step 5, wait for your dog to look away from the temptation. Wait quietly for your dog to look away from your temptation hand. Watch closely. They may take a little while to look away, so be patient. Just like earlier steps, you're waiting for them to look at you. The only difference is that now you're holding something tempting. If your pet starts jumping or lunging to get at the treat, put your hand behind your back for a moment and then try again. If it happens again, consider using a less tempting item. You want the temptation item to be less desirable than the reward, but still of interest. Step 6, feed a treat with your other hand. As soon as your pet looks away from your temptation hand, praise and feed them a treat from your other non-temptation hand. As you feed the treat, bring your temptation hand back to your side or put it behind your back. If your dog looks at you without even glancing at your temptation hand, praise and feed for that too. Do this 10 times and take a break for at least 30 minutes. Step 7, add a verbal cue. When your dog is reliably looking away from the temptation hand within a few seconds, add a verbal cue, like leave it, icky, or not yours. Hold your temptation hand out right after giving the cue. It helps your dog to control their impulse before it becomes too strong for them to deny. Be patient, but be ready. Give them enthusiastic praise and feed them their reward treat. This step may seem complicated at first, but after a dozen or so repetitions, your dog will start to look your way as soon as you say your leave it cue. Step 8, keep practicing. When you get to the point where your dog's looking when you say your cue, try making it a little harder. For example, you can put the treat on your open palm or hold your temptation hand lower or less out of reach. Only do one variation at a time and let them go at their own pace. If your dog can't resist temptation with the new treat presentation, go back to something easier or build back up in even smaller steps. I'm Adrian, this is Logan. As always, we want to hear from you. So like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Hey, good job.